Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shooting It Straight with Donnie C. I am your host, Donnie C. I want to thank you, like always, for coming out, hanging out with us. Your time is valuable, and you're here with us, and we appreciate it. We appreciate you, all of our viewers, and I say we, it's me and my friend Dave. Dave, welcome to the show.
Hello, Don. How are you today?
Good, good. So, Dave knows this about me, but for those of you who don't know this about me, I haven't had social media at all. At all. I've never had anything that had to do with Facebook, or we can even go back as far as MySpace. Like, if you want to go back, I didn't have anything, no Instagram, no. And now, because of this show, I have entered the world of social media.
He didn't just dip his toes in it. He jumped right in.
Ooh, I dove into the deep end. So now we have an Instagram account. We have a Facebook account. We have a YouTube channel. And hopefully we're reaching you on one of those. But the thing about it is, if your notifications are on it, you see things all the time. And people get stuck doing it, and I haven't been in there, and I've heard, like, everybody when they first get it, they're like, oh, you're gonna get sucked in, you're gonna do this, and it hasn't happened to me yet, and I don't think it's going to, because I'm not in that mindset, but I can see how it can happen to a lot of people.
Yes.
And I'll be scrolling now, which is new to me, and as I scroll, I'll see certain things, and I slow down, and it's that, the other, but one of the things that I find fascinating is that you see things that you can't stand, you still have an equal reaction, whether good or bad. It's an equal reaction, like, oh, you son of a... What? How did that happen? Why did that... So you're like, oh, that's cool, this is cool, that's cool, what the... That asshole. And when I say asshole, a lot of viewers aren't going to know who I'm talking about, but I'm going to tell you. Madonna. Madonna. She got a new face, or she got new shit. I don't know what she got done. Do you know what she got done, Dave?
Some kind of work to her face. Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck it is. She's a horror show.
Yeah.
I'll say it. Madonna, you're a horror show. I'm sorry.
It's one of those things, like, I'm not her, I'm not these people, but I don't know if it's like her deal of trying to stay relevant by plastic surgery, and look at me. I don't know.
I don't know. I remember years and years and years ago, she was... And it wasn't even that she was the most attractive woman in the world, because she was never just this beautiful, oh, Madonna's beautiful. No, it wasn't anything about that, but she was sexy as fuck. And she did things that were controversial. She did things that were totally against everything, and she just went with it, and she didn't care.
Yeah. And
she made a name for herself, and it was amazing. And her songs were great, and everything was wonderful.
She was top. She was one of the top performers back in the day.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And speaking of top performers, have you ever seen her, Dave?
Never saw her live. No. Have you done? Uh-oh.
Madonna.
Yeah.
I did see her live recently in Las Vegas. She was doing shows and everything else, and my mother-in-law got us tickets for me and my wife. And we went to go see her. And we were excited. I'm like, oh my God, Madonna, it's going to be awesome. Even thinking just the old Madonna, even if she's like, all right, she's older now, but still going to be a good show and everything else. And she's she's this filthy whore. And I was like, that's going to be awesome. And we're going to go into it.
Oh my Lord. Sorry.
It's not stopping.
We're going to have to clip that one, but go ahead. New podcast foul. Go ahead.
So,
anyway.
We go to see her, and I'm excited. I'm like, Madonna.
Yeah.
We get there. We get there about 7 o'clock. The show's supposed to start at 8 o'clock. We get there at 7 o'clock. Cool. We're online. Walking in. As we walk in, they hand us a bag to put our phones in. We have to silence them and then put the phones in the bag. And then they seal the bag so you don't have access to your phone anymore.
Right.
Okay. You don't want us to take pictures. You don't want us to take video. I get it. Okay, fine. So we get inside. Theater's packed, and it's a little warm. And I'm not saying that's Madonna's fault. I don't know. Maybe she's old and she's cold, so she wants the temperature high. I don't know. Maybe she's not. I'm not sure. But we're sitting in these seats. 8 o'clock comes. Okay, great. Here comes... There's 4 people sitting on the edge of the stage. And they're playing the bongo and an acoustic guitar. And her opening act is these 4 people singing Madonna songs. Acoustically.
Okay.
Odd. Stupid. I want the songs. The songs are good songs. I like these songs. Like, these are the old school songs. Okay, great. Good. They get off the stage. Okay, whatever. Ooh, opening. That was great. Wonderful. Whatever. 9 o'clock. No Madonna. 10 o'clock. No Madonna. Now, everybody's phones are away. You can't get them.
Right.
So now you're sitting in your seat in this warm theater. 10:30. No Madonna. 11 o'clock. No Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who do not know me, patience is not my virtue.
No.
I am going off the deep end. My wife's sitting next to me. There's people dressed up like Madonna. There's people and some of these people and now the room is getting restless.
Were they making any kind of announcements at all throughout this
Nothing.
entire...
Madonna's coming soon.
That's it.
Like,
wow.
That's it. It's getting to the point where there's arguing going back and forth in the crowd and everything else. My wife's telling me to stop because I'm entertaining it because I'm pissed off now and everything else. People are leaving left and right. At 12 o'clock, because we're still there, because my wife is like, well, my mother spent a lot of money on it. We're going to stay and watch the show.
Right.
Okay. But I'm pissed. But okay. Madonna finally... Well, she doesn't even come on. It starts off where it's a gun thing. I don't know what it is. It's something saying guns are dangerous or some shit. Whatever. Okay. And then some guy starts dancing to it. And then Madonna comes out, and I guess it was one of her newer songs. It was something that I wasn't aware of. I didn't know. And I'm like, okay, it's one of her newer songs, whatever.
Right.
She sings the song. It's over. She sings half of an old song. I forget which song it was, but it was one of the older classic ones. And you're like, okay, we're getting it. Okay, one of the old ones. She's going to mix them in and out. Great. Ooh,
right.
Okay. She stops halfway through and takes a picture. She grabs a Polaroid and takes a picture of her pelvic area. Not in all clothed. Everything's covered up and everything. And she takes a picture of it. And then she proceeds to bid it off to the audience. This way, when the world crashes and it's falling apart, and you can't feed your family, these are what the words she's saying, you can't feed your family, you could sell this picture for thousands of dollars because it's the only picture that is going to be ever from this show. So you can sell this and make some money.
Of
wow,
Madonna's
you
crotch.
cocky bitch. Okay. Yeah. And people are bidding on it. Yeah. People literally got up to the front and were offered, and she took money and sold it.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Then the show starts up again after this rant and rave. And she sings another song that nobody's really that excited about or whatever else.
Oh, wait, hold up. You think I could take a picture of my crotch and make money off of that?
I doubt you can make money from it. You could try.
Right. That's right. When I'm like, is she on to something? No, go ahead.
I might be able to make a fortune then. This is going to be great. I can sell crotch and fully clothed, like
crotch porn. Yeah.
Yeah, complete
fully clothed,
completely clothed crotch porn. Like, and people are buying it. Like I don't. Okay, whatever.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So then she starts to sing another song or whatever else, and then she starts talking about abortion.
Oh God.
And how men are assholes, and I'm not even going to go into graphics of what she was saying during the show, during my show, because I have too much respect for my viewers to say what she was saying. But she was just saying that men are assholes, and we don't care what happens to babies, and this, that, the other, and yada yada. It's all men's fault, and and that's when my wife lost it.
Yeah.
And that's when finally my wife looked at me. She goes, "Okay, let's go." And then she yells out, "Fuck you, Madonna," and we leave.
Wow.
Like, so when I see this horrific woman on all these social medias now, I don't even listen. Madonna is forbidden from my house now.
Yeah.
If I'm in the car and a song comes on, boop, I change it. My wife changed it. Like, my wife knows to change it and everything else. Even if it's the classics, which were great songs. But I refuse to listen to anything with Madonna anymore because she's just a stupid bitch now. Like, she's gone so far off the deep end.
And unfortunately, with today's society, with everybody, the politics are in everything now. It just seems like. But I don't remember her being like back in the day. She wasn't that like. She
was controversial,
but not like this, though, right?
She was. I mean, if you think about it, like a prayer. She had before the time, and I don't want to hear about anybody with the woke nonsense and everything else. Don't get there's no racism here and nothing else. She had a black Jesus on the cross during the video, and there was a big uproar. Yeah, like people, oh, you can't have a black Jesus. Listen, all of the people back then should shut up, and if anybody's gonna write to me now, shut up already. Don't even get me involved. I'm not even entertaining it. But like. So it was controversial, and then she would come out in those sexy outfits, and the most popular one that she had was the cones for boobs or whatever else and stuff like that. Yeah. You know, she did the MTV Music Awards, I think, one time, and she did like a virgin, and she was on the bed pretending to have sex and stuff. Like, so she's very controversial.
Yeah, it's okay.
But she did it to the point where people talked about it, but it wasn't so crazy. It was she was doing things that were controversial or sexy, and there was not a line because it was a blurred line, if anything, but there was a spot where, and it made sense. She was doing it. She was getting popular. She was getting popular in her stuff. Now, she's just a freaking lunatic.
Yeah.
And then to make me wait from 8 o'clock until midnight.
To show up.
To show up with no phone, no nothing, in a hot room. There was no music playing. Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we left. We tried to get our money back. I'm not sure if my mother-in-law actually got her money back on it or not. I don't know what actually happened. But ever since then, I was like, screw Madonna. Fuck her. So her face, I don't give a shit. I'm glad it looks like crap.
You didn't get comped anything or anything?
I'm not sure how it worked. Again, it was all through my mother-in-law. So she might have, she might not have. I don't know. But for us, it was just... It was a horrific. It was the worst concert I've ever been to in my life. It wasn't even a concert. I was there for 3 songs, maybe. Like, it wasn't even a concert.
You probably heard more songs from that.
The acoustic band, right? Exactly. And I like those songs because up until that time, I didn't mind listening to them because I liked Madonna up until that show. And now she's just a filthy crack. Yeah, I don't know. She's not a crack. I don't know what she's just she's a piece of crap. Is what she is.
Man, hey, I don't know. I probably would have been gone after an hour. I don't know how you sat there.
No, and because it was something that somebody did for us.
Right.
I know. I wanted to see her, even if she was older or whatever. I still wanted to see her do something stupid and sexy and everything else. Be like, yeah, I saw Madonna grind a pole, or I saw Madonna do this, or she grabbed her crotch, or something stupid.
Yeah.
I wanted to experience it, and I had the opportunity to, so I was like, all right, I'll wait it out. But then when I was getting pissed off. And you see me get pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
It's not pretty. I'm a different animal. And my wife was like, please
don't do nothing.
Please don't do anything. Please stop yelling at the other people. Please stop doing this. Please. Because I didn't give a crap. At that point, I was hot. I was angry. I was in Vegas, and I'm stuck in a chair, like, just sitting for hours. Just looking around, and people with their watches and stuff like that. This was like, a lot of people had the time and stuff like that, but, like, not everybody. So everybody's like, what time is it? What time is it? Nobody knew what time it was because all their phones were in the bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck her.
And that's torture, man. Especially in today's day. If you're sitting there bored, that's when you need your phone. I'm surprised they didn't come out and like. But then again, everybody probably would have put her on blast on social media, like Madonna. You know what I mean? So they couldn't give it back
Well,
to you to be entertained.
There was some, and I forget what it was because again, I didn't have social media up until just recently. There was some blowback that it was the worst concert, and so many people were complaining. So there was some kind of like it was something. I forget what it was. It was in the news or something. Like it was written up of how bad it was and how many people walked out or whatever. Like the worst show Madonna had or something. Like, and luckily for me, I was there.
He was there.
Fuck Madonna. Yeah. Bitch. You're not that special. But
lordy.
I mean, she did push the envelope.
Yes.
In the 90s. She pushed it for sexuality and being able to express yourself, which is another one of her songs and stuff like. And now, against social media, TikTok. Yes. Dave knows this one. I didn't know about this one, but Dave told me about this one. What's the latest TikTok trend, Dave?
Well,
you explain it to the people since you know it more than I do.
Well, I'm only on TikTok for the videos. That's where I get, you know how you sit there and you like, man, I'm on it for 20 minutes, 25 minutes goes by and I'm like, I should go to bed because it's just I'm looking at all these clips. You know, some are funny, some are not.
Right.
Somehow I get wildlife animals eating each other on there. I don't know why they're on there, but that's not the trend. The trend that I've noticed is boobs and nipples.
And I'm a big fan of boobs and nipples.
So am I. But apparently you're not supposed to have them on TikTok.
Right. So what are they doing to get it
They are hiding them. They're there, but they're hiding them in some. Others, they're walking across the screen with them out, and then when they walk back, they're hidden. So, it's the pause game to see, if you want to see the full breast,
right?
You need to pause,
right? And Dave had told me about this trend, and I knew nothing about this trend because I don't play on TikTok a lot or anything else. So I went on, and Dave shared one of the videos with me. And Dave, how's my pause game?
Your pause game is excellent. For a newbie, it's awesome.
Give it to me. If there's nudity, I'll find it.
Yep.
It's a gift.
Yeah.
And a curse.
And now you'll probably, if you have TikTok, now you're probably going to get them because that algorithm, it figures it out. Like I guess if you're on that video, it says, okay, he likes these, so we're going to throw these at him.
Right. And there was a thing on Netflix. It was a show, and I can't remember. I think it was called the Social Experiment,
Social
Experience, something.
Yeah,
something
like
to that effect. I can't remember, so don't quote me. So I'm sorry, but it was the social something, and it was basically everybody who started social media and why they started. It was such a great idea. You get to hang out with your friends without hanging out with your friends. You get to see them and see the pictures and this, that, the other, and everything else. And it started off with a great intent. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, well, if they like this, then they'll probably like this. And they started getting the algorithms. And now, they've got you hooked, line, and sinker. You're done. Yep. You watch it, they know exactly what you're watching. So Dave's, walking by boobs, are scrolling up, boom, 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 on the boobs.
Nothing but boobs on my boobs.
Right, nothing but boobs. But I mean, they've got it down. It's dangerous how well they have it. But
it's scary because I'll look on Amazon or something for I don't know anything, and then when I'm scrolling through Facebook, boom, there's what I was searching for on there. I'm like, that's scary.
They know. Yeah. They know. And if you think they're not listening, you're crazy. I've got a phone in my room. Dave's got a phone in his room. And if we said the right words, the phone would answer us, which means it's listening.
Yes.
All the time. And I don't care what you say, I know it can hear me. Which is weird, because if you think about it, all the things that you do in your life, it's all recorded. Everything's recorded. So this might as well. We might as well make a podcast out of it, because somewhere somebody's got a headset on, maybe not like this, because these are starting to go out of style, but the cooler ones like you, and they're over there listening to everything we say. So whoever's listening, you can go scratch your ass outside of our podcast, people.
Yeah. And we know you're listening. Do not ban these accounts, because people like me want to see me and
more boobs.
People like
Dave
me want to see random
more
boobs. Exactly.
And hidden nipples. Dave, I don't know if you're aware of this, but if you really wanted to see boobs and nipples, it's so much easier than trying to find them through the pause game. I'm just throwing it out there.
I know.
I know it's not as entertaining because it's the whole concept of you're not supposed to see it. So it's that taboo of I'm not supposed to see the nipple on this. I'm not supposed to see the boob on this. But here's the problem.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was going to say on that point. That's why I don't pause because I appreciate the content creators' videos. I just let it go.
That's good for you. I paused. Screw that. You put it out there. You want me to see it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see it. If I choose to see it, I'm going to see it. Now, here's my question. Okay.
Good.
And this is it's a loaded question, so be ready. Mm-hmm. Now, I am not a shy person, and I am okay with taking pictures of myself. Also, if I did that on TikTok and I put that out there, which I'm not going to, so even if you try and look for it, you're not going to find it. Just for the record, just real quick, pause, take a break, time out. You think you get... no, you don't get it. But why is it okay
for the women? Yeah,
that sounds sexist to me.
Yeah, TikTok is sexist.
Sexist TikTok. I should be able to have my junk out and just hide it in a plant where you can't see it, but you can see it.
Well, it may be out there, but it's just not on my algorithm. So, if there's any females in the audience. Let us know. Are you seeing random dongs out on TikTok?
I want to know. Put it in the comments. Let us know. I am truly curious if they have sites like that. I have never looked for that either, so obviously I wouldn't know. And I'm not on social media looking up stuff like that, so I wouldn't know. But I'm curious. Do they even? You don't even have to blow up the spot of where it is.
Right.
Is it even there?
Right.
I want to know. Definitely put it in the comments because I would love to know if there's something there. Because I haven't heard of anything.
I know why they ban the accounts and stuff like that because they don't need the kids and stuff seeing this stuff on there.
Right. And I get that.
Yeah.
And that's my other thing with it. As much fun as this is and entertaining for us as adults. As adults, it's not an adult site.
Right. Yeah. As far as I know, there's no TikTok Kids.
Right.
App or something. So.
Right. I think there's a TikTok Adults. I'm pretty sure there's a TikTok Adults. I don't know if you're aware of that. Are you aware of that? I have scrolled past things in the past that have been TikTok adult style, where it's a lot more promiscuous and a lot more skin. I haven't gone into it, so I don't know. I haven't gone into it or clicked on it or followed up with it or anything else. But I have seen scroll as you say stuff pops up. I have seen something like that. I don't know where it is. I never tried downloading it. I never.
When's this podcast over? I gotta go.
I got some work to do. Don, I was just doing research. Honey, no, it's not like that. I was doing research for the show.
Wow.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't know if it's out there or not, but there is that problem where my kids are on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids seeing that.
Right.
What? Why?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I understand it, and I'm not a big I'm not afraid of nudity. And the U.S. is one of the only places that you can't see boobs or anything else. Like, you gotta keep shirt on and everything. You go to Italy, you go to you go to different places in Europe. People are walking around with their chests out all the time, and it's wonderful. But it's just part of who you are. It's part of your body. And there's no sexuality about it. It's just common, okay. The reason why it's so exciting for us is because we're not supposed to see it. Just like you're not supposed to see it on TikTok when you're watching it. You're not supposed to see it, and that's exciting.
Right.
So why not just say, okay, you know what? Everybody can be topless. And then it's all gone. All done.
To your point, I'm scrolling through, and then I go, what was that? Scroll back? Ooh.
Right.
That's new.
I'm not supposed to see that. Who put that there? Right.
Are there any more?
Right. And you found them.
And I found them.
But yeah, it's crazy. I just don't. I get it. I don't get it all at the same time, and I just don't know why the big hoopla is like to see the boob outside of you're not supposed to see the boob. Like breastfeeding. It's okay if you breastfeed in public, but you can't have your boob out in public.
Right. I know.
What's the difference?
That's on TikTok too. The breastfeeding stuff.
I did see one of them too. Yep. Dave opened my eyes to a whole new world of TikTok today. So, excuse me. I'll be right back. I gotta. But yeah, I mean, it's just. I don't understand where that line is that America all of a sudden America said, no, women have to wear tops. You can't see their boobs. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. But whatever. That's not my call.
I mean, I
Free the nipple.
Exactly. I was just going to go there. I'm like, I know there was a movement called Free the Nipple. I don't know if it's still relevant in 2023, but
I don't know. I haven't heard about it in a while.
Yeah, me neither.
You know, every once in a while, I'll be scrolling through and Twitter or whatever will have somebody freed the nipple because they wore an outfit that was like sheer in the front and there was no bra on or something. Is that freeing the nipple? I don't know. I thought freeing the nipple was like freeing the nipple, it's out free, but that's still covered peeking nipple. I don't know. Like, it's not so much free, right? It's free plus tax, I guess. I don't know.
Holy shit.
And then you also told me, in the topics of things that you told me today, right before the show, you were talking about how your cat's a lunatic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is probably a real short topic, but I don't know if any other people out there have experienced this. But the other day, yesterday, I'm in the kitchen, washing my dishes. My daughter's on the tablet on the kitchen, sitting at the kitchen table. And the next thing I hear, you would have thought it was like a herd of buffalo come running from the living room into the kitchen. My chair almost gets knocked over, and then, boom, right back into the living room. And my daughter's like, what's wrong with Rico? And I'm like, did he just go to the bathroom? Yeah, but why would he go nuts after pooping? And I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea. How about you Google it? Because everything is on the internet. So if
everything's on the internet,
we're going to find out. And apparently, and I can't believe, I'm pushing 50 and I got to find out.
Well, because you've had cats for a while.
Basically, my whole entire life.
Right,
yes.
Your whole life you've had cats.
And I have witnessed, like, I have 2 cats right now. The other cat doesn't do this shit. So it depends. I've had cats go nuts. You know, if you ever see a dog and then after they drop a deuce, they kick their legs and, all that stuff. I don't know. But we're talking about cats. It's different. Right. So, and apparently this is what the search came up. And it says, when a cat poops, it stimulates a nerve in their body that gives them a euphoric feeling, which might explain why your cat gets the zoomies, they call it.
The zoomies.
The zoomies.
Okay. So,
have you ever experienced the zoomies?
I've never. Okay, here's just crazy. Just off the top of my head, my kids used to watch a show called Team Umizoomi, and they never talked about this ever. I've never heard of the zoomies. Nope. I don't know anything about the zoomies. I had a cat a long time ago. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. So all you cat people like Dave, I'm sorry. Whatever. Cat people. Anyway, dogs. Dogs are awesome. But so they take a crap and have an orgasm.
Yeah,
is what it is. Mm-hmm. And then they go bananas. Now, I don't know about you.
Smoke a cigarette.
Right.
Okay.
That was a great poop. Oh, it's gone. Your cat became French. I don't know why. It was a French cat that was smoking the cigarette. Oh, the poop was amazing. But, like, I've never heard of this in my life. But it is a good selling point to any guy who's pushing for their wives or girlfriends. Hey, even the cats have a euphoria over it. It's gotta be good.
Yeah.
Just saying, guys, maybe if you've tried every other angle and it hasn't worked, maybe you got the zoomies. Just give them the zoomies.
Give them the zoomies. I don't know. Hey, the show is educational, so if there's
never
people
in my
listening,
life.
Yeah. See, maybe we're educating people out there that never.
That's
heard
right.
of the zoomies.
This is a public broadcasting announcement for all, so that you can learn from our show.
Right.
You learn how much of a jerk off Madonna is. You learn about freeing the nipples and why it's okay, and now you learn about the zoomies.
So
it's one hell of a show.
That's what I'm here for, just pure education.
That's crazy. That's awesome, though. That's so funny.
Yeah.
But with that, we'll go to the next segment with the whole concept of shooting it straight.
Right.
Which is where you guys get to write into us, and I will answer any questions you have. And Dave knows what the question is. I don't know what the question is because he reads the emails. I don't read the emails. But if you hit us up at shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com, Dave will actually get the emails and read them to me for the first time live while we're recording. So my answer is an honest and truthful answer with no safety net of where it's going to go or what's going to happen. So, Dave,
yes.
What's the question?
Okay, we have Elizabeth.
Liz, how are you, Elizabeth?
We have, it's still the end of winter, but spring's coming, and I guess they're
Right.
looking forward to the summer at
Okay.
the Jersey Shore.
Jersey Shore.
And
Good times.
we're all aware of how popular the Jersey Shore was.
Yeah.
The show on MTV, and it's still going. It's now called Family Vacation.
Okay.
So
that's Mike, right? Is that Mike's spinoff, or is that just?
No, it's still all of them.
It's all of them.
It's all of them still, except for
Okay.
like one or two that are not in the show.
That's how far out of the loop I am.
Yeah, but they would like to know how realistic is the show, The Jersey Shore?
Really? Okay. It's realistic. The Jersey Shore is so realistic that I can't watch it because those fucking jerk-offs are making a fortune. Fortune off of the crap I did when I was in my 20s. And nobody gave me a fucking penny. I spent so much money at the Jersey Shore. And I didn't do the whole GTL or whatever?
Gym 10 Laundry, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, you talk about fist pumping?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Talk about going to the clubs and just hanging out, drinking all night and hooking up? Fuck yeah. Like, was that real? Hell yeah. And back in the day, I had a big old Cadillac Eldorado, and you want to talk about trying to park that thing at the Jersey Shore? Unless you had a house that you were renting, you couldn't even get in a spot. That's how packed that place is. I mean, but the clubs were awesome. The music was great. You're right on the beach. You're hanging out. How real is it? It's real. It's 100% realistic. It's 100%, at least for my experiences, that's what we did. Like, during the weekends, if we had the opportunity, did so-and-so get a house? Or we were close enough to just drive down for the day or the night or whatever else and just party? We did it. And then we'd end up crashing somewhere, whoever's house we hung out at or whatever. It was a free-for-all. It was awesome. And everybody had a good time.
Yep.
Then you had to start paying for the beach and everything else, and that started to get ridiculous. But then, but I mean, honestly, you went out and you just hung out. You drank, you danced, you just spent time with friends, met new friends, met new people, and every weekend it's a new experience because there's new people. Because every weekend new people are coming in and out. Yeah. So, how realistic? I mean, I think it's very realistic.
Yeah, I kind of, because that is something I wish I could have done, because we lived right around the corner from Seaside, so we could always drive down there, but we didn't live there for a month.
Regular, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have loved to have stayed there for a month, but like, periodically you would go down there on the weekends.
You wouldn't have loved it if I was there. I don't know.
But you're right, though. You're 100% accurate. You go there with your friends. You drink. You go to the clubs. You walk the boardwalk. Right. You either not that we ever fought. We know that, but like you would see fights break out every now and then on the boardwalk.
No.
Oh yeah.
We okay. When we say we, Dave is very much more conservative than I am. I'm the wild man.
Right.
Dave's a lot more conservative, and I wouldn't say I necessarily got into a bunch of fights.
Right.
But there was plenty of times where there was some punches thrown in a club. And then we kind of just went our separate ways.
Right.
There was one time, it was, holy crap, we were at, it was Trade Winds. It wasn't even down the shore. It was Trade Winds, which was closer to where we lived.
Right.
And it got to the point where we were in the parking lot after we were leaving. And there was a line and everything out, of traffic to get out. And then it wasn't, you weren't there. It was me.
I was just saying, because this doesn't sound.
No, you weren't there. You weren't there. It was me and a couple of my other buddies that I hung out with, and I won't say any names because I don't want the story to get anywhere. But I was driving. I was the designated driver for the night. So I was driving home, and I'm just waiting, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. And we're getting closer to the exit. And all of a sudden, some dude's walking by. I don't even know what he said, but he said something. And then the dude in the passenger seat goes back at him. And all of a sudden, they're arguing for nothing.
Right.
All of a sudden, the passenger door opens.
Oh, no.
My dude jumps out. Boom! Dang it. Some other guy gets back in the car and says, "Go!"
Oh, go.
And we take off. So, how realistic is it? That happens too.
And I was just trying to go home.
Right. That wasn't even fighting over. We were in the car driving. So yeah, some guys get stupid. And I mean, it wasn't like back then we weren't putting people in hospitals. We weren't actually hurting people. Like, it was stupid and everything else. And on the occasions it happened, it was because somebody said something stupid. Somebody else responded, and it just escalated. And then a few hands were thrown, and then everybody went their separate ways, and it was okay.
Yeah,
that's it. Nobody had broken legs, broken arms, nobody had glass or being cut or razored or no. It was a couple. The next day you woke up, you're like, oh damn, man, that guy got a shot in or whatever.
Yeah,
like whatever.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then you're done.
Right.
Done. So I know you didn't experience a lot of that. Dave's a lover, not a fighter, and I try to be the lover and not the fighter. But when push comes to shove, if I have to knuckle up, I will. Yeah. But
I've only witnessed
a couple times.
I've only witnessed it from afar. People walking around, somebody had beef and stuff, and you just sit there and watch as a spectator. But it had nothing to do with me, so I'm like, all right,
right,
you guys do you. But you know,
yeah. There was one other time I was in a club and. We were in Hoboken, New Jersey. So it's not the shore. We went up north a little bit and went up to Hoboken. And we were in a club, and it was tight. And I'm always okay. If you're in a club and you're trying to get past me, it's tight. Mm-hmm. If you just say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry, can I get through? Can I, excuse me, I'm sorry." Just be polite. Don't be a dick. Right. Yeah. So I'm going to just get through.
Yeah.
I never let those guys through.
Right.
And it was one guy, and I was at the bar ordering drinks, and he literally came up behind me and started pushing me. Mm-hmm. So I just put my hand up against the bar and I pushed back. And I'm a small guy, but for my size, I'm very strong. Mm-hmm. So I was pushing back and the guy couldn't move me. And I think he got pissed off.
Uh-oh.
And as he kept going, all of a sudden he went and hit me with an elbow.
Oh.
And I was at the bar and I was waiting. And all of a sudden, I felt the hit and the switch went. Mm-hmm. The switch went. And I would, there's one of those times. Here we go. And as I'm turning around, one of our friends, and I won't say who he is again, but one of our friends jumping, like I see him coming, and he's climbing over people, like jumping through, so like, excuse me, gotta go. And he goes, "Don, stop, I don't know what's going on. Don," he goes, "I've never seen that look on your face before." Because I went from like having a good time, like, the guy's pushing me a little bit, I'm like, all right, whatever, I'm still having a good time too. Motherless No, it's go time now. And he's like, don't do it.
He saw the shit's about to go down face, and he's like,
he saw that face, and then he just stopped it cold. I'm like, all right, I won't do anything. But he fucked up with me and this, that, and I was like, I was ready to kill him.
Yeah, that's a good friend you got.
Yeah, that's a good friend. It was the same one that concussed you.
I know who you're talking about very well.
But yeah, so I mean, he's been with me for a long time. He's never seen that face before, and I don't think he ever saw it again. But it takes a lot, especially in a club. I notice, and I get it, but just certain things you just don't do. But that's how realistic the Jersey Shore is. Like it's all there. It's North Jersey, South Jersey. Like it's part of the club scenes. You go out and you have a good time, and people get stupid and they get drunk, and with alcohol comes and testosterone and who knows what else, what other drugs they're ingesting or working, trying to get to look good for the summer.
Now,
I don't know.
Let me ask you this though, as a follow up to the question.
Yeah,
because obviously they were targeting. It was like Italian Americans or people of some kind of
Guidos. I can say I'm Italian. I can say Guidos.
Right. So there was a lot of. I think I remember when it first came out, there was some controversy over that stuff. But do you feel that the Italians were put in a bad name from the show?
From the show, no. The Italians were put in a bad frame because that's what Italians do.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just.
Yeah. No, but I'm very. Here's my thing, and I'm very easy. Like, yeah, we got that typecast,
right?
Because that's how we are. I was a Guido. I was that guy.
Yeah.
I had the chain with the horn or the this or the that. And they're A shirts, but they call them the wife beaters. Don't beat your wife. Yeah. Guinea tees. You shouldn't call an Italian a guinea. Like all of these things. But yeah, I wear one almost every single day still.
Yeah.
That's part of my wardrobe. Is I come from the city. Sometimes when I'm talking to fellow city guys, the accent comes out a little bit more. Hey, how you doing? Forget about what are you doing over here? We're gonna do. Hey, you want to go grab a freaking drink over there? Or what? What are you doing? Oh, what are you doing? Like it happens.
Yeah, it's funny you said
stereotype.
You just did the hands like.
Yeah,
I noticed like Don. It's when the Italian comes out of Don is when the hands start going because you don't always do it, but I see it. I'm like, there it goes.
That's right. But that's what it is because is it a stereotype? Yeah. Right. Where did the stereotype come from? Because we do it. Right. And if you're in New York, New Jersey, Guinea, or Italian, just where you don't, that's who you are. That's part of your nationality. That's part of how you are. Embrace it. Don't be like, yeah, okay, well, we're bad. Are they dumb? Yeah, there's some dumb Italians. But guess what? There's some dumb everythings.
There's some dumb everythings.
And there's some 100%. Smart Italians, too.
Yes.
It doesn't matter. But the show was focusing on entertainment. And entertainment is drinking, sex, and fighting.
Yep. Yeah.
That's it. So that's what the show is all about. But there's plenty of it at the Jersey Shore. You get all of that. Yeah. And then on the other side of that, all the businesses that are making a fortune, you can talk about all those guys too, why the Jersey Shore works is because it is a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, how long has this show been running for now? How much money have they made off of people being stupid, acting stupid, really stupid? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You telling me that the t-shirt shop that they worked at, you're telling me they didn't make any extra coin off of that? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, is it really stupid? Or like, is it really that bad for Italians? Is it bad? No, it is what it is. A bunch of Italian, and they used to say, "Oh, they're all from Jersey." None of them were from Jersey.
No, well, one or two were. Everybody else was
from Staten Island, Long Island.
Yeah,
we used to call it Staten Italy. I called it Staten Italy, Strong Island.
I'm trying to think. But Sammy, I think Sammy and Dina. I could be wrong, but I think those were the only two that were from Jersey.
I don't even know
Ronnie, I'm trying to. Huh?
I don't even know who they are. And you know what the funny part is? Here's even what we'll go a little bit deeper on this one.
Okay.
I've hung out and drank with one of the characters, and I didn't even know it.
You talking about? I think I know the story. You're talking about what's his face, right? Roger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our friends, me and Dev have a friend that hung out with them, and I guess I used to be around them. I didn't even know it. That's how much of the show I didn't watch because it pissed me off so much that they were making money like I should have.
Where were you when they were casting the show, Don? Come on.
Damned if I knew. Working, maybe? I don't know. Because it was years after. But, yeah, I just didn't... I don't know. I never got into the show, but it was realistic. I mean, that's what it was. And did they hype it up and make it, more for people watching and entertaining and stuff? Sure, of course they did. But how realistic it was on point. I just wish I made money on it because I did all that shit.
It's strange. That's one of the shows that, like, if I'm half asleep and I'm like, I should probably go to bed, but I want to watch an episode. For some reason, I'm wide awake for the whole episode. I never doze off on it.
Really?
I can't explain it. I don't know why. It's just I'm sucked into that the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a full episode. I get aggravated. Weird. I get aggravated because I'm like because I look at it and I go, I know who that character is. Like on the people that I hung out with when we were there, I look at the show and I go, that was so and so, that was so and so, that was so and so, that was so, and it just I'm like I already lived this. Why am I watching it? Yeah. So for me, it was a little bit different, but
and good on them too because they've been able to get the family vacations. That's been going on for a few years now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long that meal ticket's going to last for them all, but people keep watching them.
It's working.
Keep going.
Yeah, they all made money.
Yeah.
So
imagine.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wish I did. But I missed that boat. It happens.
Yep.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button. Ring the bell for notifications. Write some comments. Tell us what you think, what you feel, how you feel about all the things that we were talking about today. And if you've got questions, please send them to Dave. Send them shootingitstraightwdc@gmail.com. This way Dave can get your questions, read them to me, and you will find out what Donnie C thinks about shooting it straight with you. Have a good day.
Peace.